Hi, Colin here at Great Escape Super RV Center. Welcome to your new Bullet Ultralight. Come on inside, I'm going to show you a few things. Right here we have our control panel. We have a battery. You just push it, it shows our battery level full. We got our freshwater tank. We have a black water tank and then 2 gray water tanks. So all you have to do is just push the button and it'll tell you if you're empty or full. We have our LP gas for our hot water tank, the electric for our hot water tank. You normally run on electric. When you take multiple showers, you can use the LP gas. That'll have a quicker recovery time. We have our water pump. We turn on our water pump. That's to pull water from our freshwater tank. You can do that while you're traveling or dry camping. We have our porch light and our ceiling light. Then we have our glide room in and out, and our awning extend and retract. It's simple as extend the awning, as simple as that. We're going to retract this all the way out until it goes out. One thing remember never to do with the awning is when it's storming out, to roll in the awning. Anytime you leave the unit while camping, roll in the awning. This is to protect the awning from very bad wind. Right here, as you can see, we have a breakdown, and we can lower the pitch of the front of the awning. You do that on both sides, and then when you're done, you can push it right back up. We also have breakaway awnings right here. Either side, you get puddled water, it'll drain from either side. Let's go back inside. I'm going to go ahead and retract that in. Simple as that. You do have to hold the button while the awning is moving either way. Right here we have a GE thermostat for our AC and our heat. Simply the mode. We have a fan mode, which we can change our fan speed. We have the AC mode. We have the furnace mode. And then we have off. And then of course temperature up or down. As the awning's coming in, you'll hear a clump. Now the awning's all the way in. If you come over here, we got a sink, hot and cold water. That's a nice size sink right there. Over here we have our little power tower. I call it power towers. We have AC outlet and USB ports for our cell phones. So push the button, put it back in. We have a standard microwave here. We have a fan for exhaust and a little light on for cooking. We have a glass top here to our stove. You simply fold it back like that. It acts as a backsplash. We simply turn our burner on to the burn mark and go ahead and crank, and away we go. We have flame. That's simple, folks. For the oven, we're going to come down here. We're going to push it to the flame button on the oven. We're going to go ahead and crank that over and look down there until we get a pilot light lighting. When the pilot light lights, just let up, turn your gas, and you're good to go. The little switch over here, that's a little night light, and the switch down is a night light and oven light. Here we have our 12-volt refrigerator. This runs on electric only. These are the newer refrigerators. They're awesome refrigerators. We got our television. There we go. It's simple as this. When you get to your campsite, and you want to program your TV for the stations, just simply hit your menu button. We want to go over here all the way to channel. Once we get a channel, as you notice we're on air, we're going to go down to auto scan. All you have to do is simply push the enter button, start the scan, and away we go. And it'll find your stations for you. Right here we have an AM/FM stereo CD DVD player. When you play the DVD, it will play through this system and the speakers inside and outside. What's real important is you have 2 zones. Zone 1 is inside, Zone 2 is outside. So when you're having a DVD, remember to turn off Zone 2 when you're watching a movie. Over here, we have a restroom. If you ever come inside your unit and you're experiencing electrical problems, we have a GFI here that you're going to go ahead and reset that GFI. 99% of the time, that's the electrical issue that you have. You also notice there's no silicone on the bottom of the tub. It's supposed to be that way. Do not silicone the bottom of the tub. There's a lip that runs up and it won't leak. Here's your toilet. As you notice, on your toilet, when you push your valve, you'll have water coming out of the backside of this toilet. But this right here is to assist your flush. Use that to assist your flush. Leave this. We'll come over here, and then we have our 2 bunks. This bunk has the storage underneath, which I really like that whole concept now. And if you have to, you can lift this up. It is a hinged system if you want to get underneath. And we're hooked a little bit, but as you can see, that is a hinge system, so you can flip that up for other storage, easier to access. Other than that, these are air ducts right here. These pivot around to push the airflow whichever way you want. One thing on these windows here, when you do close the windows, make sure you push them and make sure they're clasped closed. Sometimes that'll fool you. Pull down your shades, as simple as that. Pull up your shade. If the shade were to fail and start falling down, all you have to do is take this cord, which is in a spring in the headrail, take 1 wrap, and it'll increase the tension, and the shade will stay up. We have our reclining lounge here. Show you how this. Okay, and then we simply just lift our bed out. We go ahead and let our legs down, just simple like that. Set her down. And we go ahead and fold the front, and we put our pillows back up there, and then you have a bed. We're gonna go ahead and lift it up. It works so simple. Just retract the legs in, give it a little tilt, and then it drops right into place. We go ahead and put our cushions back on. As you notice, you have USB ports right there in the back corner here. And our lights. These are push button on and off lights over here. Now we have our table and our kitchenette that makes into a bed. We just simply lift the cushions, rotate our lever down, push our bed into place, lock the lever, go ahead and put your cushions just down like so, and then you make your bed. Go ahead and put your cushions right back. Upside down. We can go ahead and tilt our lever, lock it into place, lock our lever, and we're good to go. We have storage underneath here on both sides. What's important here, this is not a storage spot. This is where your slide is. Never put material there or material in the other corner here. Come over here. We have wonderful storage in here with a closet rod holder. So if you just lower the shelves if you want. Right here is your fuse panel. This is a converter. It converts the AC power into DC power. You will hear a fan run. That is normal. It's keeping it cool. These will trip just like regular breakers. You just go ahead and reset them. These are like car fuses. If one blows, a red light should come on, but nevertheless, always check your chart right here. It's very accurate to what's going on. But once again, remember about the GFI. Right here is propane tester, test for propane. And it goes through a cycle. You check that every day, it'll save your life. It got me. And underneath the bed here, we have storage. I love this storage because they close it off to the front compartment. Once again, you have outlets right here and little plugins for your cell phone. This is a manual light on and off. Right here is a vent. You just raise that and you get clean air. Once again, so that takes care of the inside of our unit here. We're going to go outside. Real quick, all your operating information and your remotes are in this packet. Go over everything when you get it, and you also can visit our website to look for tutorial videos. So right here at the stairs, these are great stairs. They're extremely stable because they're on the ground. Just lift them up, you flip that catch, that holds it into place. You can close your door, It keeps it from rattling. And then simply like that, with your door, open it back up. When you get to your destination and you level your vehicle, simply release that, pull them out, and make sure that the plate of the top of the stairs sits as close to the sill plate as possible. And what's important about that is so when you close the door, that's not sticking up and it bends the bottom of your door frame. And when you close your door, always close by the handle. Right here we have our hot water tank, which I explained to you before. It's a 110 and a propane 12-volt hot water tank. This is an anode rod. It's also how you drain it. You simply put this in, you snug it up, and you tighten it with a 1 1/16 inch socket. Once you've hooked up on this unit, you're going to go ahead and pull the pressure release valve and make sure you have water to the unit and there's pressure. And then we have an on and off switch. This is a safety switch. Once you click that on, then you can turn on the electric or the propane on the hot water tank. Anytime you're done camping, make sure you pull your anode rod out and drain your tank so it does not stagnate. And as far as when the propane kicks on, you don't have to light anything, it's all automatic. Here's where you can mount a TV. Do not use no longer than a 3/4 inch screw, number 8 or number 10. Here's for your cable hookup or your satellite hookup for the TV out here, and here's power going to the TV. Really nice. This is your furnace exhaust. Highly recommend you get a cover for that. They have a screen cover that keeps wasps and mud daubers out of there, creating a nest and creating obstruction for the furnace to go. You have magnet holding brackets up here to hold your doors open. This is a 110 refrigerator. It works on 110 power only. Then we got our little burners here. And this you have to use a stick lighter for. You simply just turn it on, click it on with the stick lighter, and away it'll go. Right here is your propane hookup for that. And you just run that underneath. Underneath here is your hookup for your propane. Simply push that on, the valve will go on there, lock it, and then simply turn this valve right here, and that'll turn on the gas. It's important when you close your doors and you're traveling that you lock all the compartments. This is a handy spray port. This is a cold water only. There's a quick connect hose that plugs into this. That's to rinse off those feet before you get into the trailer. Keeps it clean. Here's your back door. This is going to your restroom. And right here, these are fold up stairs, and fold up stairs, when you pull them out and pull them up from underhand, it's very important so you don't hurt your arm. We have LED lights on this trailer, which is great. We have a backup camera that is optional that goes up there. Here we have our ladder that's going to the roof. Inspect your roof every time you go camping, when you get there and when you go back. If for any reason you have a gouge from a branch or anything, use a Dicor self-leveling product that'll fill the crack. Right here is our plug-in. It's a 50-amp plug-in. Simply when you go to plug it in, go through the operation, you can see a little metal plate here. You see the metal plate there. You line up those plates, take it, twist, and then go ahead and lock it in, and you'll be good to go. Right here, we have some more storage underneath. Come out, these are our slides. These are our seals for our slides. Every 6 months, it's always good to take a little silicone, spray it on a rag, wipe down your rubber. It preserves the rubber. And right here, we have our sewer line. We hook up our sewer to that, hook it up to the hose. We go ahead and pull our black tank to flush our black tank. As we pull the black tank open, we're gonna come over here. With the black tank open, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hook it up to this line, a water hose. We're gonna turn the water hose on, and we're gonna wait here for 5 minutes. And what it's doing is there's a rod inside the black tank that spins around, that's rinsing out the black tank. After 5 minutes, go ahead and remove the hose, put that over here, come back over here, let the black tank finish flushing, open up the gray to flush your sewer line. Once the sewer line's done, you can go ahead and put it in here in your bumper. Simply just squeeze that, it slides right in there. Close that up. Up here, underneath the slide here, we have our gray tank, and that's just to flush out the sink water up front. And you would hook your sewer line up to that also. So we come up here, we have our hookup side, and this is the hose I'm talking about. This is a hot and cold water valve. The other side, the spray port, was only a cold water valve. We have right here fresh water fill. That's for traveling down the road. You can put water in there, turn on your water pump, and you'll be able to use all the fixtures inside while traveling down the road if you use your own restroom. Right here is our city water connection. That right there is what you're going to be hooked up to 99% of the time. You simply just hook it up to water, turn on the water, and you'll have water to all your fixtures. Right here, this is a winterization mode. Simply, when you go to winterize, you want to put the hot water tank in bypass, turn on the winterization mode, open this up, take a hose, hook it up, put it in a jug of antifreeze, turn on the water pump. That will draw antifreeze to all the fixtures, then bleed out your lines. When done, simply close up. To de-winterize it, we're going to turn this off. We're going to hook up to water, and we're going to flush all our whole system out. When we're done flushing it, we're going to plug the hot water tank, then switch the bypass to off, and then we can fill our hot water tank with fresh water. Right here is your battery disconnect. When not in use, you're going to simply turn that and turn it off. Let's see, we're using it, we're going to turn it on. And right over here, we have Key TV, which is an amplified antenna system. That's how you get such great reception inside. Then, up in here in the corner, as you can see, these are our stabilizers, and all we have to do is simply extend. And once these touch ground, they are stabilized. Do not let them try jack up the trailer or they will fail on you. They are stabilizers, and that's all. And when they're down and you're done camping, simply retract right up. Right next to it is our low point drain. That is for a freshwater holding tank. The one that you fill up for traveling or dry camping. There we go. And then what we have underneath here is our wonderful cargo space. It's got quite a bit. It's nice, it keeps everything dry. Remember, always lock your cabinets. Right here, over here, is our battery. It's a 12-volt battery. It's a deep cycle battery. Your 12-volt deep cycle battery. Right here, we have our propane tanks. Simply turn your valve on. This is pointing to that tank. That's drawing from that tank. All we have to do is flip this around, and we'll be drawing from this tank. You can draw from both tanks if they're both open, but your efficiency drops 15%. Always have a designated tank. These are new tanks. Do not do a tank exchange. Get your tanks full. Right here is our tongue jack. We have a light for our tongue jack, like that, and then we have up or down. Once you set the unit on the hitch, simply just lock it and you're done. This right here is our breakaway cable, and that goes to our chains. And all you're simply gonna do when you get to where you're going is you're gonna weave through your breakaway cable like so, and then hook it to your chain. Other than that, thank you for your purchase at Great Escapes RV Center. My name's Colin, and have a great camping trip.